Welcome to Unpeeled, VeggieTales in the Raw. Welcome
to Unpeeled, Veggie Bales in the Bra.
Ooh, yes. Oh, so much rebranding to do now. Gosh, it's fine. Right. Welcome to the void today. I'm in a, I'm in an outer space right now.
And I'm illiterate. My bookshelf is empty.
All the books are gone. Look, there's no reading shaming here, okay? That's fine. But...
And it's because I'm moving, and what a great segue to talk about how things move, how things change, how new beginnings begin. In this episode that we have the Minnesota Cuke and the Search for Samson's Hairbrush, episode 27.
Episode 27, baby.
No, episode 24.
Why do you be lying, Riley?
I don't know.
Okay, also, listeners, in the last episode, Riley referred to, we did the rumor weed, and Riley referred to it as the fib from outer space the whole time. And I was like, I can't cut all this out. I guess Riley is not to be trusted. So
I just say whatever I want to say. They shouldn't have so many episodes that are so similar. 24, 27, they're both numbers.
So we've learned whatever Riley is saying fact-wise, we just take it with a grain of salt.
You have to completely ignore it.
We don't know. Unverified. We do not know. But
I'm sorry.
But that was a good intro because, yes, this is the Minnesota Cuke episode. Going into this new season of change for VeggieTales, Big Idea Productions. This episode, this one's one of my favorites.
Is that?
Yeah, mainly because Larry is in a cute little fedora the whole time.
You are so predictable.
For those of you who remember or listened to last season, Riley revealed that I did indeed have a fedora phase as a kid, and I thought I looked great. Until looking back at photos, but Larry is bringing it around again. So confirmed. We were both really cool.
And both of you, when was this episode? 2005?
Yeah, 2005.
Yeah, so both of you were probably equally cool in the era of 2005.
Same time. Yeah, honestly, same time. Though not going to lie, my era did extend into the early 2010s. So we held on.
Right.
But yes, Minnesota Cuke. This is the parody VeggieTales show of Indiana Jones and Raiders of the Lost Ark, specifically that Indiana Jones movie.
Just the second half, though, right? Even the bully one on the playground at the beginning?
No, that was just to torture us for a little bit.
That's what I'm talking about.
Oh, I mean, I guess we have to talk about that. I just wanted to breeze over it because it's featuring... your least favorite, truly, Junior Asparagus?
That's the one that I was saying, great. I'll talk about that one because you hate it, and it'll be so brief because it's not very good. It happens really fast. It's not very exciting. Junior thinks that he's Robin Hood in his little fantasy, but he's just on the playground. A bully comes and sits on him.
He goes home. Hubris.
He goes home. He's sad about it. He's like, what do I do? And then Mike is like, oh, well, just don't do anything. Just turn the other cheek. And he's like, what if he beats me up? Actually, they keep saying pounds me, and they really needed to stop saying that. They said it so many times. What happens if he pounds me?
I saw your face, Riley. Every time you wrote it down, I was like, oh, yep, there's Riley catching all those little...
I was like, you can't keep saying that. Just say beats me up. Anyway... but Mike, classic Bible Mike, goody two shoes Mike, is like, well, just let him.
Which I loved it. I was like, best advice ever, Mike. Like, let him get the snot kicked out of him. And that would have been a great ending. That would have been perfect. Watching Junior get beaten.
Just him getting beaten out.
Amazing.
You're a terrible person.
Am I the bully? Am I the bully in this situation? But I did love the one thing I also noticed in that mini episode of Junior facing a bully. Little veggie girl from Madame Blueberry, the unhoused girl, was in that.
Oh yes. I can't even remember her name, but yeah.
I don't know if they gave her a name. Yeah, like just coming in as a voice.
Carrot was there too, or no, Laura Carrot.
Laura. Of
Lisa's
course she
Junior's
was.
mom. Forgot.
Yes. But no, little unhoused asparagus girl was so sweet, coming in voice of reason. She's the only reason, though, he didn't get beat up. Because that gourd bully was about to pound him. And she was like, well, then you have to beat me up, too. And I was like, I don't think this bully could take her. She grew up on the streets.
She grew up only eating one slice of apple pie that Madame Blueberry stole from her on her birthday.
Literally. And she was probably low-key killing fruits for her food. So I would have loved to see her.
Stem-to-stem combat.
Oh,
Also, watching your hilarious face when Junior would sing this song was really brilliant. For all of the viewers or the listeners who are not viewing this on a video platform, you'll just have to bear with me for 2 moments of silence as I reenact this. Are you ready?
Lay it on me. Let's see.
It was like so dramatic that I was like, this isn't a real face. Are you performing for me?
It hurt so bad. Because they always put it ever so slightly out of his range. And that note at the end, he was like, and I was like, no, do not Mariah Carey this, Junior. This is not, you don't have the whistle tones. Don't try.
Maybe he does. Maybe he does. We should ask him.
If I ever run into him on these streets,
you're gonna little orphan girl asparagus him.
I'm gonna orphan girl all up in his business. Okay, he's gonna die. Jesus wept. But I'm sorry, and I cut you off because you had some fun VeggieTales Big Idea Productions context for this episode.
Yeah.
Too.
There were some interesting things about this episode, just in terms of like what frames this moment. This, for a big one, this was the step up in their regular episodes, production-wise, CGI-wise, quality-wise. This was the first episode that they had like a huge step up, and that is because Phil lost ownership of Big Idea, and at that time it was because of the bankruptcy stuff with Jonah we had already talked about, and there was like a whole financial strain. Eventually they lost it to Classic Media that bought them to sort of bail them out, and that was in 2000. I keep saying 2004. It was in 2004. 2004. Even though Phil remained involved in much of the episode, this episode was actually directed by Tim Hodge, who wrote and directed specifically the Minnesota Cuke segment. This was a cornerstone, or this was a milestone for them. They turned a big corner here. Corner mile. That's what happened. Cornerstone, milestone.
I love going on this ride with you, Riley.
Yes. Hello. I am over caffeinated and sweaty. Here we are. Yes, but this was a big milestone for them because Tim started taking more control over the episodes and the direction. And you can see that in this by the more fast-paced adventure-style parody. There's just a fuck ton of movie references in it in both segments. There's bigger visual set pieces, which I actually really love. The stock sets of the like vague sort of geometric shapes in the background with colors that are kind of flat have disappeared, and it's like full villages and different things like that, which was cool. Go ahead.
I love that they paid homage though to pre-transition, because of course, like the big main Minnesota Cuke thing, Larry looking for a hairbrush, we love it. We love Larry looking for and singing about not being able to find a hairbrush. So
there are so many through lines that they keep bringing back, because when in the very beginning of the first segment, they all have pizza, if you notice, and the pizza box is Pizza Angel, which is the silly song that day.
Ooh, and even the silly song was referencing so many things within that, which low-key, that was more sad references, but the song was inspired by like teen tragedy songs of the 1950s. So it took a darker note and twisted it
He
into
was so sad. That even though the content is hilarious in Pizza Angel, there's no reprieve. There's no happy ending. It doesn't even leave in like melodrama of like, and so it's worse. Instead, it's just bad. And then he's like, well, that's my life now.
It's like the cheeseburger song, but for Larry. This is Larry's cheeseburger ballad for pizza.
Yeah, but okay, in the cheeseburger song, Jimmy, Jerry, whoever that one is, the yellow one, he goes to get breakfast instead, and it's silly. Larry gets nothing.
Yeah, but he still looks good in that leather jacket, so...
He does drapes around his house in a little leather jacket.
Oh, gosh.
Anyway, so this episode was during the time that they were fighting to figure out what their future was. Like I said, they gone through bankruptcy, lost control of the company, but that led to this series starting a new era.
Like
and thus, we come to the whole circle of new eras that I was getting at in the beginning. Totally planned. I knew where this was going.
You made such a beautiful circle right there, Riley.
Thank you.
But no, honestly, that's so real. I feel like for the both of us right now, it's a Phoenix era, if you will. You're over there killing it in London, producing things. Y'all, Riley's out there producing left and right, just making things happen. And I've been in New York. I moved here
New York.
New York.
I'm
going to get beat up in this studio.
People are going to walk by and be like,
yeah, right now I'm not in my friend's studio. I'm in a very, used studio by other New Yorkers. So we're...
very used.
It's very used. I'm not alone.
Don't take a black light in there.
Let's not. But yeah, because I moved to New York, I think a few months after you moved to London, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, June last year.
So you were June, I was September. Okay, so we started our journeys similarly. And yeah, it's been good. It's been a challenge. It's just all the things that come with being in a new city, trying to build something new. And part of that, is like dealing with your fear, dealing with like mustering up courage, which is what Junior acts like he's doing in the Bully episode. But it's,
learning the British no. Have I ever told you about the British no?
What's the British no?
Ask me a question that has yes or no as an answer.
That has a yes or no answer. Okay. A request. Okay. Can you paint my toenails, Riley?
Oh my gosh, that sounds like so much fun. That sounds so fun. That means no.
That means no. That means no.
Or even if they say, okay, message me and I'll look at my diary and we'll put some dates down. Wow. If they don't respond immediately with dates, that's a no.
Oh, wow. That's okay. Almost like a Seattle no, almost. A little bit of a passive, strung out.
But it's so funny because generally people here are not super passive. I find them to be fairly direct if you're direct with them. Mm-hmm. And, but yeah, no, the British no is wild.
Wow. Do you want to know the New York no?
Yeah. Can I ask you a question?
Yeah.
Okay, great. Oh my God, Andy. It's so good to catch up with you after so long. Can we do like a little barbecue picnic sometime this summer?
Fuck no. You think I'm gonna bring a barbecue pit out to one of these parks? Go take care of it yourself, man. And I would be saying that as I am walking by you. Like, in no part of that conversation was I stopped to listen to you. It's just...
Even if we're good friends?
No, I'm telling you, not in these streets. I may be said with love, but...
That's so funny.
You know what? It's true. But I appreciate the directness of New Yorkers in every... They're aggressively helpful. That's what I've noticed. They are aggressive, but they will help you. So
Yeah. Londoners will help you too. When I first moved here, I had no idea how to use any of the trains or anything, and everyone was sort of zooming around me, and I had all this luggage, and I was like, ma'am, I'm sorry to ask. You can tell I'm an American by my accent. I'm sorry. And she was like, yeah, what? And then I was like, oh, I just don't know what train I'm trying. She's like, well, where are you going? And I was like, just south, south. Okay, well, south is a lot of places. Where south? Streatham? Yeah, so you're going to want to take the Victoria line straight here. You're going to catch the southern train bearing due south, and you get off at Streatham Station, yeah? And I was like, oh.
Do you struggle not to imitate their accents, Riley? Because I know you're a linguistic dialect person, so...
Sometimes I will accidentally, if it's a one-off with someone I don't know. Like if somebody's passing me on the street, and they're like, you dropped something, I'll be like, oh, sorry. And I'm like, and then I'll like turn around and I'll be like, why did you do that? Why'd you do that? Now, if they see you again, they're going to know that you're a weirdo.
Just a poser.
I know, but it just happens.
London.
I don't know. Because a lot of my thoughts, it's really weird. A lot of my thoughts are in a British dialect.
That's
because I'm around it so often. Well, yeah, my dreams are in just vague British dialects.
Wow.
Because I'm around it so often that's what I hear most often. So when I hear myself talking, sometimes it's British.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah, I don't know.
Really converting. Oh my gosh.
Yeah,
wow.
I don't know. Well, anyway, bully trouble. I don't think there's anything left to say about the first segment. Can we move on?
Not really. Yeah. So we moved into Minnesota Cuke. Yeah, we go into Larry's bully, Professor Rattan, or whatever. It's Mr. Lunt, as always. He's always
it's Mr. Lunt. And they say he's Canadian, but he's still got Mr. Lunt's voice.
And I loved in this episode, like, they made the Canadians the villains, which I was like, absolutely not. There's no way.
There were so many jokes about racism in this one.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Yes.
Like, all of the characters, because, like, famously so, Indiana Jones is pretty problematic.
Of course.
And I feel like they didn't make him not racist. They just made him jokingly racist to other white people, which I'm totally down for, but it was a weird take because it was like, they like the Figaro, oh, Figaro.
Which reference to the opera, The Barber of Seville.
Yeah,
because
trying
they're literally
to
in a
get
barber shop in Seville. And I was like,
which is hilarious. It is funny.
Yeah. But I loved the plot twist in this one. It made the most sense because Larry believed it was the Canadians that were the villains this whole time when it turned out it was the New Yorker scallion. I did clock that. I was like, yeah, that makes sense. It was the New Yorker. So
he has Mr. Lunt's voice.
Who?
No, I mean Mr. Lunt has Mr. Lunt's voice.
Oh, of course. Yeah. Absolutely.
So why the Canadian with Mr. Lunt's voice, the New Yorker scallion who has Archibald's British voice?
Yeah, but not
what's
the British
happening?
Accent. They were really.
No,
it was a melting pot.
But what's happening?
Babe, I couldn't tell you. I could not tell you. It was just layers of references, layers of just everything. But
the funny thing about this episode is that it was really, really well loved and widely accepted. This sort of new take people were really excited about. They had already done Bible story epics and they had already done retellings of like past things, making their own stories, but they hadn't ventured so far into like making spoof parodies of other large blockbuster hits. And it was really loved and accepted. And everybody was like, this is how it turned. And all of a sudden VeggieTales is fast paced and funny. And in my opinion, this was action adventure, but I wouldn't call it fast-paced. I don't think it was as funny, to be honest.
Oh,
I don't think it's as funny.
As opposed to what?
To Bill's writing. I think it's better.
Oh, okay. Wait.
Do you disagree?
No, I don't disagree. I think, I'm a parody fiend. I love me a good parody.
I know.
I did appreciate the incorporation of major motion picture, like Indiana Jones parody, like married to, because they did bring in the Samson story. Like the brush he was going after was from the Bible, Samson's hairbrush, who, Bible story time. If it's the story of Samson, he got his hair cut off and the Philistines came in and he lost all his strength. What?
Wait.
What?
Before you tell it, let's just reenact it for them instead. I'll be Delilah, you be Samson. Ready?
Oh,
you
you're
set
Delilah.
up the scene. Yeah, you set
I
up
do.
the scene.
I do have the hair. I do have the hair for it. So, I'm just a super strong Nazarite who can like kill people like with my bare hands. I'm so strong.
Oh my God, Samson.
Hey.
You're so sexy. My name is
there,
Delilah.
What's it like over there,
What's
Delilah?
it like in New York City? I guess you should have been that.
No,
That's
we're in
okay.
it now. We're in it.
Yeah. Oh, it's good. New York City's great. Why don't you come visit my house?
I would love to, Delilah. Let's like
We can
hang out.
we can bang. It'll be great.
For sure.
Yeah,
For sure.
Netflix and chill. And then you come over and then ding dong. Hey, welcome in. This is my penthouse. Come in. Have a seat on this little sofa.
Amazing. Oh my gosh,
Yeah,
so amazing.
yeah.
Like, okay. Wow.
And then we cut to black. Banging happens.
Mhm.
And then while he's like sleepy, okay. And then I'm like brushing your hair.
Mhm, mhm,
Oh,
mhm.
wow.
Oh my gosh.
Beautiful locks. Gorgeous locks. Chop! Chop!
No. Oh my gosh, it's okay. I'm going to be strong again, but alas, I'm not strong because my hair.
That's right. And then I hit you with your own hair.
Yes, and then you gave me over to the Philistines, and it was bad. So, yeah.
Thanks for reenacting it.
That was the story of Samson right there. Yeah, perfect.
Appreciate it. SNL should hire us because that was pretty good.
I'm just saying. I'm waiting any day now.
I know every one of these episodes you're trying out 6 different dialects just so that people know.
It's true. And now that I have the face, honestly, I switched this podcast to video just so they could see my visual, my acting, my.
I just switched to video. No real reason. Just like.
I mean, I'm not wearing contacts for no reason. Okay, we're ring light ready. Just so you know.
Yeah, I'm over here doing stage acting. I don't need to do all that. So this is what you get. It's just what I was wearing today.
Well, you look fabulous.
Hey, thanks, babe.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay. Wait. Okay. Can I say something about the Minnesota Cuke episode that I think is vile?
Oh, sure. What?
Okay. Minnesota. He starts it off by saying, Professor Rattan is my bully. He was my bully long ago when I was young, and I had a sandwich, and he put worms in it. And I didn't find out there were worms until after I had eaten the sandwich. And then I thought, wait a second. He's a vegetable. So putting worms in that sandwich is like putting tapeworms in someone's food for something to eat you from the inside out. I wouldn't call that bullying. I'd call it attempted homicide.
That is. Oh my gosh, Riley, that's actually very accurate. Yeah, because he could have died. Could have easily died.
And then when he's like crossing the bridge, the rickety old bridge, to get Samson's hairbrush, what's the pit below? Not a pit of vipers, a pit of giant worms.
Why'd it have to be worms? Dang, you're right. So that was more cruel than we even realized. So
yeah, because that's what they imply later with the pit of worms, is that that would be the most dangerous thing for them. Like, hilarious that it's worms, and then you're like, wait a second, he's a vegetable. If he falls in there, he's dead.
Oh my gosh.
And then you're like, wait, Professor Rattan is a murderer.
Truly. Wow. You're right, Riley. That was...
Ooh, say that again. I'm going to record it.
Oh my gosh, you were correct. Riley, you were right. That's, wow, intense bully. Did you ever have a bully story growing up, Riley? Did you have a worm sandwich, person in
I
your life?
was the bully. No,
That's-
yes. I was picked on a lot, but I went to a Christian school, and it was really small, so it was a little different. The only time I was like properly bullied um, was at a baseball game where this kid and his henchman, we were really little, like pinned my arms to the chain link fence, and he hit me once right in the stomach. But the problem is that when he hit me, one of his little henchmen let go. And so what did I do? I hit him back and then ran straight to his mother because I saw him earlier that day. Didn't even know who this kid was, but I happened to see that kid earlier in the day talking to her at the bleachers. So I ran straight to his mom and said, "Is this your child? Because this is just what happened." And then she went over there with me back to the corner and was like, "Okay." And then she pulled down his pants and spanked him right there, right in front of the field.
I can just picture little Riley going up to this mother just like an equal adult, being like, "Excuse me, ma'am, is this your juvenile delinquent? You need to come take care of this real quick."
And if you have a problem with him having a little bloody lip, well, then let me tell you, it's for good reason.
Wow,
yeah.
Riley. Oh my God. Dang. You took care of business, though.
Well, I think it was just survival instinct. I was like, either I can get hit again or I can resolve the problem.
Yeah, but that was just a very like mature, thought out response. It wasn't like, "Oh, I'm just gonna whack him back."
Well, I did punch him before going back to his mother.
Well, I mean, I'm not. That makes sense. You gotta retaliate.
See, this is where I'm like, I don't know about that turn the other cheek business. Just let them beat you. I think. Listen, an eye for an eye. Blah 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 blah. Yes, like don't solve wars with other wars.
Oh. Okay.
But also, don't just let them. Don't just let them.
No. There's a difference between forgiving.
Mike literally said to just let him.
Well, again, though.
He said, well, and maybe he beats you up. Junior says, and what if he pounds me? And Mike says, yeah, maybe he does.
Yeah, but Riley, in this context, we want Junior to get beaten up, as does Mike. So that's a slightly different context.
Well, is teaching kids something else?
No, I agree with you, though. Like, forgiveness does not always beget reconciliation, which it's nice when it does. But yes, again, boundaries. We're not jumping into abuse. I think a lot of people take that verse in Matthew of turn the other cheek as like, oh, so I should just let them keep being, abusive or being this, that, or the other. No, not what that means. It's just releasing, not holding on to it, not retaliating with that. Oh my God. Mm-hmm. I just saw your face zoom in.
And would you say this to Andy from last episode, who started a retaliation war with putting minions all over my door?
There are some battles that require
worth fighting.
Justice. Okay? That was not vengeance.
Some battles require
justice.
fire.
I'm just saying. Sometimes you got to do what you got to do and ask for forgiveness. And that's where we were in the middle.
Oh, you didn't ask for forgiveness.
No, I didn't. I'll get there.
I can't wait for you to come visit because the war will continue.
Oh my gosh.
Did you know I kept all of those materials in a suitcase that I traveled with for like 3 years just in case the war would come back, but then eventually I threw them out specifically to move to London.
Well, hurtful that didn't make the cut for your oceanic journey, but
you look like a minion today.
No, thank you. Oh, if I were wearing my glasses, I would look even more like goggle style. But
okay,
next time. Well, okay, so you handled bullies very maturely, is what we learned.
Yeah. Other than me, what bullies have you had?
Other than you, see, I feel like I make friends with all the bullies. Like they're trying to bully me, and I'm like, no, I'm just gonna love you, and then sneakily, you're just gonna wind up being my friend. You won't even know what happened. I feel like that's what happened with you and Willisha. That was...
That's not true.
They're all my besties now.
I was never mean to you during school before we lived together.
That's true. We were friends, and then the bullying started.
Yeah.
That was the
You
order.
don't have natural bullies until people get to know you.
me?
And then they learn.
Are you saying that I am more bullyable?
Bring it on yourself. Yeah.
It's my personality.
Your personality.
evoked.
Some personalities require justice.
I'm so mad. She was fine until she started talking to me, and then I was like, oh.
So anyway, the Bible verse today is, "But I tell you, love your enemies and pray for those who persecute you." Matthew 5:44.
Which.
And to that I say, but you haven't met Andy Baker.
Wait till you talk to her. Then we'll see. Wow. I think we learned some valuable things upon this reflection.
Did we?
Yeah.
I didn't learn anything. I think I may have taught you a few things, though.
Nothing that Yeah. Just send me your address, Riley, and we will.
You invited me to do this with you.
I know.
You invited me to do this.
I did. Well, I mean, did we miss any crucial elements here? I feel like we covered all of the.
Larry was a bitch to Bob the whole episode, like on the countertop.
That was just coming in hot, like being like, Bob, why don't I get to read the letters? Which is valid.
When somebody writes you a letter, then you can read it. He pulls out a letter. He goes, okay.
Whips out the letter. I loved it. I was like, tell him, Larry. Which also, I forget, another reminder just to plug in here. If you want to ask us questions, don't write us a letter, but just DM us on the gram. Oh, crap. Riley, what's our...
You're not going to do this again.
It's unpeeled __ podcast. All lowercase.
It should have been like the Unpeeled Pod.
Whatever. Well, that's on our TikTok now. We're the Unpeeled Pod.
We have a TikTok?
That's right, baby. We're on the TikTok. And that is Unpeeled Pod. So get ready, guys. Lots of content coming your way that you're just not prepared for. So, yeah.
Leave us a comment in the YouTube comments section.
Yes. Oh, I did have one question, though. That was watching the silly song, the Pizza Angel song.
And now is the part of the show where Larry comes out and sings a silly song.
There it is. There's our Archibald. But yeah, it left me wondering, Chicago-style deep dish? Or New York City thin crust?
New York City thin crust, all the way. Chicago-style deep dish makes me want to vomit.
Okay. I mean, as a New Yorker now, yes, New York style is great, but I love Chicago style.
It's so greasy. It's so heavy. It makes me feel sick.
I mean, you got to be ready for it. It's like, it's a
The
whole
only thing that could make me ready for that is an entire enema.
We just lost all our Chicago listeners. Farewell to the Windy City. God.
Narrowing them down. It's very few that's left.
Really whittling it down. I don't know. I think there's a time and place, like, for Chicago deep dish. That's especially if it's like winter time and I'm super hungry. And if you're in Chicago, odds are it is winter time because it's a cold city. But but it just hits. It's like a lasagna on a pizza. It's that level of rich, thick.
The reason that there is lasagna and pizza separately is because they shouldn't be one thing.
It's innovation. But I'm either way. I'll take my pizza angels however they come to me. So
I'll be your pizza angel, baby girl. Baby girl.
You always gotta make it. And on that note.
Oh, yeah. One of these days.